My name is Nolen Walker, founder of Roofing Webmasters and DataPins. Since about 2011, we've helped over 500 roofers show up at the top of search rankings on Google and AI. Today, I want to share with you a little bit of my personal story and how I got here. I'm an entrepreneur. I've been helping roofers for years, why we do it, and how it all started. First off, I'm not a web geek. People just see me and you don't know my backstory. I turned 53 this month, and I've done business ever since I could push a lawnmower. So when I was a kid, I thought I was going to get a bit of a silver spoon and go to college. I got the boot at 17, and I hadn't had a nickel help from anybody since then. I picked up a lawnmower and started mowing lawns, and I painted curb numbers until the paint froze here in Fort Worth, Texas, just so that I could have a place to live and do all that. And so I share that because I think a lot of people, and then after that, I owned multiple businesses, an auto lube and tune, and I owned a successful home security company. After 9/11, 2001, I was in that business. I was marketing a lot, and everybody started buying home security systems because they wanted to feel safe after 9/11, and we did about 23,000 of them. But I tell you those stories because when I thought I was going to get the silver spoon life, that didn't happen. And what did I do? I became a contractor. And so somebody becoming a roofer, most people, when I, don't set out life to become a roofer or a contractor, we do that stuff because we kind of have to. I never liked taking orders from anybody, for one thing, so I don't know how well I would have worked for somebody. I think when I was a kid, when I was real young, I served food at a Mexican food restaurant. I was horrible at being a waiter, and I worked at Montgomery Ward's at 16 and Electric Avenue. They were having trouble because of a new player called Best Buy. But anyway, so I started out that way, being a contractor. And as I worked on selling all those home security systems, I learned that I needed leads real bad. And I got more and more focused on it. And I realized that I need as many as I can get. Now, I've made every mistake in the book by getting the overhead too high, not managing people, bad employees, me managing poorly, and I've baby step learned. It wasn't any stroke of genius over the course of time. It was one thing at a time. And it ended up that I ended up owning my own digital marketing agencies and a software company called DataPins. And that's ours. It's not white labeled. We started it from scratch, but it's been literally one step, and it never ends. I'm always fighting, working for the next thing. I own these digital marketing agencies, DataPins, tiny bit of real estate, a contracting business. And so I have these different businesses, but it started from me just kind of scrapping it out, pretty much like any roofer started. I mean, people don't, like I said, start out to be a sales guy, start out to be a roofer, and that's where the stuff comes from. But I have always worked hard. I don't know any other way. I don't understand new people. I mean, I still run this business like it was 80s and 90s. It's Texas, and we run a tight shop. If somebody calls up here, we provide good service, and all the work happens out of Texas, out of Fort Worth. I've tried people all over the world and never had good service, or never had anybody work well, so we work everybody from here. But yeah, I'm still a contractor. I still do it. I got my hands dirty a little bit later. I even installed home security systems to start off the company. So I've done all that stuff, but one of these things that I want to draw you to is that as I was doing this stuff, if I didn't get leads, I just became so lead focused that I woke up one day and it's like almost all I did. If I had to help you with anything, is that you're a digital brand. It's changed from back then. I mean, I did Yellow Pages, AdSense, and Valpak, and Money Mailer, and bulk mail at the bulk mail center for the United States Postal Service, cold calling. I mean, we did all that stuff, but that's all gone now. And used to, we got a lead in. And you still get a lead in, but it happens differently, and your mindset needs to change. You should be the champion of the digital brand for your roofing company. We help champion digital brand signal for a roofing company brand so they get found online. And then we help out further with that with DataPins. But you work hard on the business, in the business, and you champion that brand. And if you get the phone to ring, your life changes. If you're up when a storm happens and you're on Google and AI, it's a party. If you're not, you're knocking doors, and it's not great. If the storm doesn't hit, it's really horrible. If you go into your market and search for a roofer, the largest guys in town are at the top of Google. They're showing up on ChatGPT now and Grok, and it's because they champion the digital brand signaling, and they deserve to show up in ranking because they have a great user experience, and Google trusts them and AI trusts them. Going to make them the best algorithm. The more I focus down on marketing, the better it gets. At 53 years old, I think about and do more marketing. I'm in here right now cutting content in my office in Fort Worth, Texas. A couple of years ago, I got even more hardcore on my own brand's marketing. And anytime I pivot and do this, it helps what I do for my clients. How I come to market is slightly different than how the roofer comes to market, how a contractor comes to market. DataPins is fabulous, by the way. You're not going to have people fighting for you, doing this stuff for organic. The biggest problem that all you guys have, in my opinion, besides somebody might have trouble just keeping their personal life together, staying off of booze or something else, you got to get all that stuff straight. Once all that stuff is straight and you're healthy and you got your head screwed on straight, you have to market all the time. You shouldn't sit there like a lame duck hoping that Google, why me? Because you don't champion your digital brand. I have zero empathy for people in that. I have fought and scared when the grass quits growing in October because I have to live with what money I have left over till the next year. To this point, baby stepping all the way, getting better all the way to the point that I'm investing money, running my businesses, have agencies, manage people well, have a software company, and I fought for it. So if you don't fight for your business to get digital ranking, it is your fault. You might have been screwed by digital marketing agencies, but that didn't mean you should roll over and stop. You fight for that brand, and the better you fight for it to send digital brand signals, you will dominate in your market. We help people do that. We'd love to help you do that. It's been 15 years of doing this now. It's been 7 years with the software company. I'm back into contracting business, not in roofing, but I've got a home service business. And it is all about having the best digital brand, having the best user experience, and a medley of digital brand signaling. It's for a different podcast, but you are the champion of that brand. We help you, and I have been there, done that, and understand. I'll say this, you may have had hard knocks like I did in order to become a roofer, but there's lots of roofers that are millionaires. There's a reason I work with roofers, because those guys can get rich doing it. Lots of contractors get into roofing only because they don't want to pick backsplash colors with the wife and get yelled at. You put on a roof, it's done. Nobody walks the roof. If it holds water, it's a great business. It's such a great business that people fight tooth and nail to show up at the top of rankings because they can get rich off of it. I love helping guys do this stuff. Biggest problem anybody has, it's just not doing this. Starting, stopping, off season, they stop, ditch a website. It's ridiculous. If you fought and didn't quit fighting, you dominate your market and have the best life. I learned over the course of time to fight and never stop fighting. I fight all the time. I'm up, I'm down, I don't stop. I'm determined and gritty. I'm the guy that won't quit. I'm the guy that hasn't quit since he started working on his own since I was 17 years old. So since I could push a mower, actually, since I was 14, I was working. But anyway, I'll help you. My crew will help you. We'd like to help you. I thought I'd share a little bit about my life with you. Somebody pays us money. I'm a Texas conservative capitalist. We'll fight for you. I will fight for you. My crew will fight for you. You send us to battle for you. We'll help your digital brand. You don't stop ever. And the only natural thing to do is to move up in ranking. So love to hear from you. And you probably talk to me personally. Nolen Walker, look us up, and look forward to hearing from you soon.